I am going to read you some poetry. Because at this time, I'm actually finding myself personally hearing my friends who are poets read to me. It has been one of the great highlights. So I'm going to read you a few poems. I have a number of books out, so I'm going to choose from one of the newest ones, which is Love Like Blood. And so I went quite far with this book. I even made the title into a hashtag, all one word, and that was my experiment. Nobody may understand it, but the people who do, they do, So here's something that I created. It's called Mevlevi in a gas mask, and that was definitely an experiment with my own self. I had never done that before. So that, I'm not going to read that, but because I've just read it in an audio performance. Sometimes the sun, and it's a hashtag sun. Sometimes the sun. The grand halls of madness, vague, deranged tunnels. I said to him, hey man, if you can get an abacus on your back, an abacus on your back, you may. Memory groves in the water somewhere in between the shelter of the sun and the sky. So this is an experiment. It's 8, I just called it 8 pieces, sometimes the sun, and they're just little bits. Yeah. Next bit. People like to smoke at bus stops and melting heads. Sun and light glinting through iron bars, all created in the Doric archway of the eye. Piece 3. I thought I had a dream about you, but I just read too much about you late at night on Facebook. The sun in miniature lolling back and forth between our rackets like conversation between tongues above the sun giant setting. Peaceful. Sundresses mocking me as it snows. Do you enjoy the sound of your shoes clopping concrete, or the sound of the blades of a helicopter chopping the atmosphere hypnotic? Bus blocks the sun. You are a lion bathing in water. These objects are the pallor of a living you. Last piece. Every night when she sleeps, red sun rising in her head. Oh, that wasn't the last bit. Last 2 bits. So there was a massive blip in the light as I was walking, like being indoors, and the bulb flickers, except it was the sun. Last piece. In winter, padded children on the train, whilst the sun radiates. So we have over a month for you to get your poetry to where you want it to be, to send to myself. I'm judging one of the groups, and Astra is judging the other one, and between the two of us, she works, she's just curated a visual poetry thing with Poem Atlas online. I would urge you to have a look. at that. Between the two of us, especially at this time, there's a great, it runs the gamut of things that you can send in to us. So have fun with it, and we've got, hopefully you're all keeping safe, and use this time to channel your poetry and send it in. Looking forward to it, and much love always from me, Sascha Akhtar.
He knew the world would not be the same. Few people laughed. Few people cried. Most people were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Vishnu is trying to persuade the prince that he should do his duty, and to impress him takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds."